I think spending could be accused of cover-up. And he has made a lot of blunders in his testimony, considering what the driver said. And the driver gave his testimony saying, they were saying you were only. He said the little one, but the attraction of actions. I see why to what he said was too aggressive. But Sunday that we thought that she would be a good friend to Mohbad, and she was able to tell us what really happened, try to call out. And Sunday understood the Yoruba conversation or the Yoruba argument between them. Why didn't he say before the driver came? I think sending contact your lawyer. There must be a way you can right your wrong, and you do the need to. That's that. The second one, I want to listen to you before I go on. This discussion. Because that is what makes you a professional. There's no need for the medical doctor if the doctor did not want to be economical with the truth, I would say that doctor quickly identify the dead body of Mohbad as that of about a day old and not that of few hours. And there was no way he would be saying he wanted to be doing CPR, he wanted to be given oxygen. It's just like somebody saying he's walking into a morgue and is going there with oxygen gas. He wants to try to resuscitate them. He wants to try and do CPR. You don't do such a thing. You coming out to say you did all those things only put so much doubt, always put so much discredibility on your license as a medical professional, and we make people to be asking you questions. How long you have been practicing? Where did you graduate from? Because even the Nigerian Medical and Dental Council will not be pleased to hear that doctor saying all those things he was saying in that court. He was uncalled for. I could say maybe he was overwhelmed with emotion, but the right thing needed to be done at that point. And he didn't really do it. He really messed up a little bit. There was no need for him doing all those things that he was saying he did. It was totally not necessary. You understand? And also, in medical practice, there are stepwise sequences that led to whatever diagnosis you are making when anybody walk into your clinic. We have history. It is very expedient that you take history of whatever situation you find yourself in the hospital. Even when there is emergency, what people will do is to do what they call first aid. Do you understand? To just quickly arrest the situation. You are meant to take a detailed history of your patient. Do you understand? Even though when the patient cannot speak, whosoever that brings that patient to the hospital must be able to give you a detailed history of what happened to that patient. And in this situation, it was a dead body. So it was the onus was on that doctor to ask whosoever brought that dead body that what happened to him. If they lie to you that he just collapsed and you have seen a dead body that is about 24 hours old before you are supposed to probe further and tell them to their faces that you are lying. This is not the issue of being slump. This is a dead body that has gone beyond 24 hours. Look at this, look at this, look at this. You are supposed to lecture them. I actually made a fool of them. You made a fool out of them. You are a professional. They should not be the one to make a fool out of you or trying to deceive you. You should be the one to also call them out and let them know that you are lying. And for you to have been taking this position concerning the dead body, it means you have committed an offense. And in that case, you will leave me with no choice than to inform the police. It is not only abroad that people call police when they see things like that. Even in Nigeria, it is within the right of professionals, especially medical doctors, to inform the police or people of authority when they find things that challenges the norms. And at that point in time, the story given by those that brought that dead body did not correlate with the situation before the doctor. So the onus was on him to have called in the authority and let them come there and meet those boys and Mrs. Adebanjo that brought that dead body so that they be able to come out and tell them the true reflection of doctor did not carry out the holistic assessment of Mohbad's dead body, and that was not actually right according to the ethic.
defending was at the back. The second seat at the back.
OG was also
guy
there.
OG was there. So 3 of them, they are very good in Yoruba, and they did not tell us what is happening.
The doctor no, listen.
Hello.
Hey, great before you will speak. What I've said was just talking from the medical point of view. For the purpose and then standard of the court, the doctor has told the court what the court wanted to know.
Elisa, well, thank you very much, Mr. Vengeance. That is why it's good to engage intellectuals. We want to acquire knowledge. And from what you just said, I think I've learned more from you the way I learned from others. You have really shed more light, and you are making us to see that there are certain neglected responsibilities from the doctor and from the nurse, which could have helped us and wouldn't have degenerated would have made the matter to degenerate to this level. It is true. Seeing the body and they are telling you he just did, they gave you a wrong timing.
A wrong history.
A wrong history to what you have examined and you can medically see.
Yes.
I think the owners lied in the doctor and the hospital to invite the police.
Yes.
The body has become an evidence. Due to the fact that they are not telling the truth.
Why not?
They were not telling the truth. But anyway, either what the court wanted or not, that is from there, the hospital could have been charged with levity and lack of full responsibility as well in the court.
Well, you know it's anyway. So
let me just say this briefly. You see, the last inquest is the second time we so emotional. The question was when the government pathologist came with risking and started showing us giving us the analysis of how sample was taken from the body, as well so as in uncomfortable, very emotional. And the second one was the last inquest when the driver was talking. The driver made a statement. He said, when they got home, they all alighted from the car. Mohbad went down and started, got down from the car and had to walk fast into the house. And while CY was trying to go, he told her that, Madam, please be gentle with your girl, don't drag anything with your girl. The CY made a statement which got me so emotional. And like he said, don't mind him. As he's going inside, he will be crying now. He will start crying. Which is, Mohbad has a subtle art that CY knew and he played all through. He played over him all through. That as he was going in, he will go and be crying. That means you have tortured him mentally, you have tortured him psychologically, you have tortured him even physically. So the next thing for him, because he was helpless, is to be at the mercy of begging or appealing to a tormentor and an oppressor. Which really could illustrate the kind of relationship and life Mohbad lives with this Delilah. It was so sad I felt so sad that so after humiliating, embarrassing, disgracing him, locking up his shirt, and even dragging chain off his neck. This guy will still go inside and be crying in front of this girl. No, it was. And I want to say this, the narrative of the driver, all those who are looking for evidences all around, the narrative of the driver is more than 1,000 second video. More than 1,000 second video. Anyhow you want to analyze, anyhow you want to say it, he has given us whatever we can work on. And something has been ticking in my head. When CY came out in the other day to meet the driver around 11, he called the POS to schedule the driver. Why did she use the POS? Is he trying to cover it that there was a transaction or a transfer between, or she never knew such issue could arise that would link to the driver or what? Because when they were at the show, CY did a transfer to the guy. Why couldn't she have done a transfer as well? Why must he call a POS to use a POS so that the POS will be the one to reflect in the account of the driver? I think the intellectuals should be able to at least convince me on if the motive is plain, sincere, and unambiguous. Because to me, I could see that there is more to it by using the POS. And let me say this. We are saying the driver said it, the driver said it, the driver said it. This. What I was able to deduce from the driver is that while the driver was being truthful and emphatic in his statement, is because he has nothing at stake in either the royalty, the property, or anything that has to do with Mohbad. But all those that have been called upon, they have set their eyes on what they will get. This is the only witness that we are called that has nothing to do with anything concerning Mohbad. He's not looking into, if I say this, I won't get 1,000 naira. If I say this, I won't get 1 million naira. If I say this, this is somebody. It's truth, and that is why I hold everything he has said as nothing but the truth and 100% truth. So, with the driver, I think we are good to say. It's not like with the coroner magistrate, not even the coroner magistrate, because the coroner magistrate is like a conductor. The decision will be done by a team of judges. The team of judges will sit down because everything we do at the inquest is being recorded. So they sit over it and they decide on what next to do. So I believe, and I want to convince myself that we have gotten enough that we take a decision of taking the matter to trial court. So it is a very good ground that the driver came and narrated his own side of the story. The cartologists, don't let us join those who don't understand how certain things play out to now be echoing their voice. Because somebody heard the cartologist, because of what you want, because of the agbosi that he wants to do, he quickly rushed out and said this and said that. It was when Sam Larry was giving his narrative. All she gave in his deposition were just mere talk. But when he was being cross-examined, started emanating. So we should wait for the pathologist to be cross-examined before we can at least jump to a conclusion or either drag anybody or talk about anything in which we should not play along in the way all those outbreak literate how they do their things. Let them keep rocking and shouting, the pathologist, this and this. It's not always it doesn't happen always that everything you want, you get it. At times there will be challenges. Even those things, there will be things that you see as being abnormal. At the end of the day, they will give you a good result. So let us hope that the pathologist will be cross-examined at least one or two things that we may also. One person will not give us justice. It is a collation of evidences that we are going to sum up together to get the justice that we deserve. Even as our daddy has said, he said, we should continue giving interviews. In our interview, we will get more evidence. So gathering our evidence from everyone, including Mohbad and everybody, we are going to get our evidences towards arriving the endpoint of justice. So we shouldn't join them, and we should know that this journey of justice for Mohbad that we embark, there is no time limit. Anybody that is tired, excuse yourself. If you are refreshed, you can come back, and if you are not interested again, you can go bye-bye. So we are not, to some of us who are determined to see to the end, we are not insist. Our own is that the right things should be done and no stone should be left unturned. I know there will still be so many things to be unveiled where we are going to get another or more evidences, and that is going to be positive. So let us just be optimistic, be positive, and don't let us have any down.
Mr. Yes.
Ma'am?
Good morning.
Morning, ma'am.
How was your night?
Good.
I'm just getting up and I see that Avengers is still live. I left last night. My question, Mr. REL3ÂSE, you said that Mohbad partner, Wunmi, that she transfer money the previous night, let's say at the show, to this same man, right?
Yes, sir.
And then use POS to pay the last one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how did you know that this the man we are talking about, is it the one that told the court that one?
Yes, the driver said it.
Oh, okay. That means maybe around that time, maybe he's just trying. Even to me, what I think, I'm sorry, even for her to come out at that time, those that came out at 3 a.m., I think they were trying to check who's outside. I think that's what they were trying to do, to see if the coast is clear. Maybe if that guy was not there, maybe they would have carried Mohbad to one nearby bush and say they fought and they walk out and something happened. That's what is in my head, I'm just saying. And then from the beginning of their relationship in Naira Marley and Wunmi putting money in her mother's account, I think is a plan that I've been on the ground to to send this young man, to eliminate this young man, and then go away with everything he had worked for, right from when the money started coming and she opened her accounts to be putting that money into it. And they would have just taken that body out. And you know, when the man did not leave around 11, I believe the streets has now become so busy they cannot perpetuate that one. And then some other things delayed them that made this, they cannot carry the body out. And they have to stage whatever they stage.
You are right, Jenna.
Thank you.
You are really right. Thank you. God bless you.
Mr. Gracie,
Jenna, bless you.
I mentioned this POS.
We can allow some other people to speak up.
I want to ask a question. Or if you, okay, let me mute.
No, you can ask him the question, then we can now move to another people.
Okay, Mr. See this thing about POS. Can you come again about the payment transaction before and after they get home, please? Just that side.
Well, they were the show. This area boys started coming to Mohbad and this, and Mohbad was like, which money? Now we get Corona this and this. The driver said he advised Mohbad that, look, these people will not let us go if we don't settle them. You know, said, okay, that this is and this. Then see why. Probably under the instruction of Mohbad, or because he's the custodian or the treasurer or the money clerk of Mohbad industry. So she had to transfer. They asked the driver if his ATM was with him. He said yes. So he had to transfer. According to the driver, he transferred the money into his account. So he had to go. He said he went with one of his brothers to go and withdraw the money from POS. So the money was transferred into the account of the driver. So he went and withdrew the money, then brought it to Mohbad for settlement. Then the next morning, I'm talking of how transaction happened. Two transactions in the two different ways. The next morning, when CY came out, he noticed that the driver is still out. What are you doing? He said, you have to, this glass. He said, they call somebody who is an agent, blah, blah, blah. Money was transferred to the person and they needed to settle him as well. So he used, according to the driver, that money to fix the class was transferred to the agent that contacted the company for them to come and to go and fix the class at Ladico. So now she wanted to settle the driver. She had to call a POS to come to the gate, and he used the POS to transfer money to the driver. So my question is, what's the rationale, the motive behind using a POS at that time? Why, when you had already transferred directly to his account?
At the beginning to his account. Why?
Yes.
On the day on Monday 11 o'clock, instead of you to transfer the money to the driver's account straight away, why are you calling POS? So she want to cover up. That is thank you for saying that. She wants to cover up. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay.
And then we all here. Please, Mr. Ishak, please, we have to keep thanking God that lady did not transfer the money the previous night. Because if the driver is not there, we won't be here fighting for Mohbad. And we would have gone away with a lot of crime. So thank God to use that man as woman CCTV. Thank you.
Woman CCTV. Well, thank you very much, and I think I can give that time to talk.
There's something you said that has already been concluded. You said maybe, and I don't think it's maybe. Mohbad authorized the money to be given to the guys, and that is